Hello and welcome to another episode of the Plus 63 HP D&D podcast, campaign number 1 with the Swiss team. Reason why I'm hesitating because I kind of forgot what Swiss stands for because we haven't played for a while. But nonetheless, it will come back to me. So my name is Raymond and I'm your host for today, and I play Asumedos, your charming hexblade tiefling warlock, and with me are the band of brothers and sister that I would love to keep exploring this world with. Let me start by introducing the man with a smiley face on his shirt, on his hoodie, JONG.
Hi, I'm
Next,
JONG. I play Itszki, the Yuan-Ti Pureblood Rogue Ranger with a freshly deleted Fight Club.
damn you, Salazar. Don't do that. After spending one whole session on trying to fix Itsuki's Fight Club, we're ready to finally have him play at the actual level
At the
that he is
actual, like,
supposed to
yes,
be. Because
additional
little did
damage.
we know, he has been holding out on us since he should have been one more level higher. All right, next up is my brother who's newly shaved with a pink headset, CHUBAX.
Hello, hello.
Or shall I Jam?
Jan. I think I like that. Jan. So I'm CHUBAX. I play Malak, a Scourge Aasimar Paladin. It's a borderline serial killer. Member of the Silver Winter. Shit, now I lost it.
Syndicate.
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 Silver Winter Syndicate. Okay, so that's what SWIS stands for. Thanks for refreshing this old geezer's mind. And of course, speaking of old, we have someone who is actually not very old, very quite opposite, who just posted a schoolgirl photo of herself, or at least herself in a schoolgirl uniform, which is probably cosplay because I don't think any schools really have that.
No.
Issa B.
Hey, I'm Isa,
It's
and
a long
I
intro.
play Frostflower, a Tabaxi who is a samurai fighter. Good to meet you. It's been a while.
Oh, maybe if you have any friends watching over Twitch, you'd like to do shout out. I don't know.
Oh yeah, hey, first chipmunk bot, wherever you are.
And of course, would also like to bring the attention to the person who made this entire campaign, nay, the entire D&D experience for at least myself and my brothers all together. Our amazing storyteller, our world weaver, dungeon master, the one and only Angelo.
Hi, yeah, I'm Angelo. I'm the DM, and yeah, I'll be playing everyone else. So jumping right in to this today's session. Ritual interrupted. So after barely defeating a stone giant ritual, the newly dubbed Silver Winter Syndicate received more information about Deadstone Cleft, where the stone giants of the region are located. Now, as everyone rests, the party, and just the party, notices a ship floating in the moonlit sky. So, to recap from what happened previously, after the battle, um, obviously, you are currently in the village of the ruins of Orlbar. And the only remaining site there was this temple or shrine atop of the cliff, atop of like a cliff overlooking the village, or where the village should have been. And after rescuing the villagers, or as much villagers as you could have, um, obviously the villagers did not want to rest there, the place of their torment and their imprisonment. So everyone went to the foot of this cliff, the hill, and would find and found some suitable shelter in the surrounding areas. Now, at this time, you had um, just talked to a specific stone giant that was also being forcibly recruited into the stone giants of Deadstone Cleft, but has properly refused it, much to the annoyance of the stone giant you defeated. His name was Hundar. Upon resting, will the Silver Winter Syndicate rest with the rest of the villagers, or would they have gone to their own little camp as separate from the villagers and
We haven't
Hundar?
we haven't had a long rest yet, right?
Yeah, we haven't had long rest.
Yeah,
so-
at this point you still have had not decided um what your rest logistics are.
Hmm.
Should get a little rest, right?
But
Yeah, but like,
where?
are you
Rest?
staying on
Like
your
where?
own? Are you staying by
I
yourselves, or
assume, knowing Asumedos, we would follow the group, especially the giant, just in case we need to talk to him more. And they probably know the area more, so
It's a little bit more.
we can get more resources with them.
Exactly. You know
Yeah.
Asumedos very well.
So yeah, Hondar actually talks to the villagers and tells them if they could rest here, and then they can pick up to they can leave as soon as they're able to. So the villagers actually make some preparations, and forage their own food and whatnot, and make settle in area that's kind of comfortable, and they've just taken whatever. Actually, they've taken whatever can make anything a little bit more comfortable. But aside from that, it's a very ill-equipped camp where people would just rather just sleep on the ground. And yeah. And yeah, as soon as everyone rests, that is when the group notices the ship that is flying up above, and it is in that moment where the owl flies out. So at this point, what does the party do?
Well,
Malak,
now we have visitors.
I horns. Is that Leander? You think?
The owl is going there.
Well, yeah. If he's going there, I will assume that that's basically where Leander is. So I doubt he's gonna be an enemy, so we don't need to worry so much.
Yeah, and upon seeing this airship, I want everyone to make me a history check.
I forgot we need dice for this.
Plus one. Oh, I am a 9 plus 1, 10.
Is that bless spell still on?
And no, it doesn't. It won't work. It won't work.
Okay. Why is my history plus 6? Since when was it plus 6?
I think you always had good
I think you're
history.
proficient.
Wait, let me see. Intelligent proficiency. Yeah, proficiency. Okay.
Okay,
Could be your background as well.
Mm-hmm.
11.
So yeah. Okay, let's go down the list.
Total.
Yeah, let's go down the list. Asumedos.
18 plus 4, 22.
Oh, 22. Frostflower.
Total 18.
Yeah, okay, nice. Itszki.
10 total.
10. Malak.
11 plus 0.
11. Weevil.
Yeah, I forgot about Weevil. You rolled
Easier too.
7. 7 plus. Oh my gosh, where's my notes? Come on, Weevil. 7 plus. What's my history? What skill is history? Intelligence?
Yes.
It's not a saving throw, right?
No. So just take the base
Ability
intelligence.
check.
Then plus 0. So 7 only. Flat.
Okay. So yeah. So I'd say everyone. So at least Itszki, Malak, and Weave. Actually, everyone. Everyone knows that or everyone's heard in their various ways, maybe through literature or storytelling or from remembering an outrageous story in a tavern. Everyone has heard of the concept of an airship, but usually these stories, these tales, these reenactments are more or less flights of fancy. And even in a place such as this, these things are considered very rare and very unusual. Um, for Asumedos and Frostflower, both of you know that um, these things are real. These things are real, and they are actually made in a very, very, very far region called Halrua. At it's very, very far from where you are currently in the Sword Coast. Thousands upon thousands of kilometers away. And it is very unusual that you see an airship reach this far north, where all of you are.
Malak is actually kind of shocked and amazed, but well, with the mask, I doubt you guys would see it. So he's just trying to. He still activates Skura just in case. Ever vigilant. He's hanging on the side.
Yeah.
Be more like, wow, I didn't, I've heard the rumors that it exists, but to see one here right now still is amazing.
She's
I
beautiful,
want
isn't
one.
she?
I want
And
one.
yeah, for a while, it seems that this airship is just frozen in the moonlit sky. And from where you are, you don't see any movement happening. If you all watch for a couple more minutes, it seems nothing else is happening. And after a couple of more minutes, does the party just wait, or do you continue on with your setting up of camp?
Well,
Maybe we should set
uh,
up camp and wait if there's a message that's gonna come down to us.
Mhm. Do you
Yeah, I'll
think they see
continue setting
us?
up camp. I mean, if the ship were to come closer, we'd notice it. So, in the
Mhm.
meantime, waiting for a few minutes and it's not
let's
moving.
still have somebody on watch just in
Of
case.
course.
Okay,
Okay.
are we doing the watch order?
Yes.
I think so. Watch order it's Malak, and then
Malak.
Asumedos, and then Frostflower and Weevil together, and then Itszki.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah. So yeah, while everyone starts their rest, Malak, you keep watch, and you are with actually the stone giant that is also keeping
Mm.
watch for the rest of the villagers, and it is just the two of you.
Does he?
What do you do to?
Can I observe him? Does he still need major healing?
He does, but he's trying to keep to himself because
Okay.
he has witnessed. He has witnessed. He participated in the battle and knows how much the group used your resources.
Well,
So he's just
I'm
trying
almost
to.
out of it anyways. Why need to save? So I just pat him. I guess I can't pat him on the back. So he's too tall. I just touch his.
Actually,
He's sitting down.
he
He's sitting
as you're reaching up towards him, he just says, perhaps it is best if you spread it amongst the villagers, for they need it more than I do.
In my mind, it's like, well, we need you. uh,
The giant casts detect thoughts. Just kidding.
uh, is any of them in really the what's the term? Critical.
There are some that needs more help than most, and if we are to take a journey tomorrow towards safety, then perhaps it would be best. And he directs you towards a couple of let's see. Let's roll. See.
Well, I'm not leaving my spot, so maybe they can bring it to me because I am on watch.
No. Like this is still within the camp.
Oh,
So you're
we're
not.
all together. Okay.
Oh wait, sorry. Are you all together or did you? I assume
All
you
together.
said
No,
you're
I'm
all
just
together,
but
right?
I'm watch. I find a spot where I can watch the airship approach.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's easy. Yeah, there are 4 villagers that need critical help. So how much HP are you willing to give?
I can give 20.
Okay, I will say,
It's not bad.
I can spread it out, no?
yeah. I will say you can give 3 each, and that will be substantial already for
How
for
many?
them.
So how many? 3 off. How many threes?
3 or 4, 4 threes.
So 12.
So 12.
Ooh, there's somebody's leaving some lay of hands for you. Must have a fight coming up.
No, just in case. I always leave some because it's an instant not revive, but somebody gets knocked down. 1 HP can bring you back up from
Yep,
unconsciousness.
yep. Oh man.
So yeah, do you do this? Do you
Yeah, I give
share
it.
the H? Yeah, and the villagers that they all give their profuse thanks. Yeah, and actually, one of them, as you give it, one of them like clasps your hand gently clasps your hand, and says, "Thank you so much for helping us. There are others here whose grief has is too much and is ready to blame your group, but please do not mind them."
Blame our group. Not our fault.
Yeah,
No, what does Malak
Ew.
say to that?
what, what did they think we did?
Well, when the others perished, in their grief, they in their grief and in their anger, they thought that perhaps your group was slow and couldn't save everyone. But please do not mind them. They are just wallowing in their grief. We shall try to keep them from doing too much trouble. They have just lost their loved ones. So, if you could please understand their plight.
What was the village of Fred's friends? Of Lord Fred?
The city of Loudwater.
Loudwater. Are you guys from Loudwater?
No, we are village. We are from here, Orlbar.
How do you spell that?
Orlbar.
Orlbar.
Have you been to Loudwater? Is it safe? Can we seek refuge there?
It's very dangerous there.
Oh no.
No, actually, no, I don't say. I actually, but there is danger there, but I think for the likes of you guys, it would be okay.
Yes.
There's a
Well,
different sort of
after
danger that shouldn't worry you. For now.
well, thanks to you, I think we have the strength to keep up with the rest of the group. and with kind Hundar here, willing to accompany us to see that we are safe.
But just to refresh my mind, what was the objective of the bad giant? Sacrificing them? Or is it like
Yeah.
making more armies, or like making themselves stronger?
Well, I will say, based on last time, I think it was determined that this ritual were to give more energies to bring forth the
The
God
God King. Okay.
Yeah, which
But
is this stone giant lich from beyond.
Hundar said the God King is out already, so they're making it
No,
stronger,
it's
or they're trying to
no,
summon
no, no,
him.
no. They're trying to summon him.
Okay, okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes, yes.
Well, I don't. I say you're welcome for their thanks, but just make sure that those disgruntled, or those grieving people keep in line, uh as we are up against a lot, and we aren't we don't have a lot of patience or energy to fight against, no, don't have a lot of patience or energy to handle other nonsense, as we have our hands full.
She nods. It's just, of course, of course. Thank you for understanding, and thank you for saving us. Not many would go to our little lost village.
Just survive and keep going. You wouldn't know any Scylla, would you? Red-headed woman. Anyone pass by with that description?
You know what? Roll me a D100.
D100.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And remember, there is a specific number.
Like a 37.
62.
Okay. So that's D100 and a D10, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Sorry, my dice is. Okay.
So yeah, two of these.
Yeah, wait. Where's my D10? Okay, here we go. 85.
Oh,
Did not.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I do not recall anyone with that name.
I stab him. I'm just kidding. Okay.
Baldur.
Baldur's Gate. Accidentally press it. Restart.
Preempted that.
No,
I
okay.
think CHUBAX wants to create a new character today.
Thank you. If you have any resources here, such as food and drinks, my group wouldn't mind in the least.
Well, you are free to take from the berries that we have foraged today. And yeah, I mean, you recall that there was this like communal pot of like berries, mushrooms that were foraged for the night, and there are some left. So if you want to take some of those, like you can go ahead.
I get a handful, just a munch.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, and you return to your watch, and Hundar just gives you a very acknowledging nod. Yes. Do you just go to back to your watch, or do you talk to him, or well?
Uh, I just say, is there anything else? Any other information y- you can share? As we are really up to our elbows in this crap.
Wait lang. Okay, okay. He just ponders and just says, "There are many like me within that stone cleft, and feel that Thane Cathalitica's rise to power and what she wanted was too much and too abrupt. And although some follow her, perhaps they could be convinced to turn the other way."
Uh, so some giants are just following.
It seems, for our fabled wisdom, fear is still enough to sway our hand and our actions.
From the visions that we saw in the cave before, does it seem like these separate groups? Because there is a hand trying to manipulate things, right? Is that the blue dragon, right? Is the one behind it?
Well, it
It
seems
seems. Did it come out
yeah.
like these Thanes that are going evil or crazy being controlled somehow or possessed somehow, like Kordax from Aquaman, or or are they just like seeing an opportunity and they're just taking advantage?
Uh, ro-
Because something happened to the hill giant, right? He was she was
Shit, shit.
given the intelligence circlet,
Hmm,
and there was a creature inside her. So
hmm.
who else did we beat? So is there like, is it
I will say from yeah, as you have seen so far from the visions, it seems that these groups are acting independently from each other. If that's what you're asking.
oh no, not that. It's like not that they're coordinating, but it's more like it seems fishy that like all these ones are doing evil shit at the same time. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah, yeah.
it seems more than like just somebody taking opportunity. Why are all these groups going so far all at the same time? Like I can understand like seeing opportunity, but why are they reaching too far then so much so fast?
Uh, you. Hmm. I will say at this point, from your vision, from the visions you've had, um, there is not enough evidence to prove that they are all being manipulated in a certain way. But you also know that the ordering has kept everything in line for as long as giant kind remember, and this is the first time that that restriction has been lifted.
Okay. Sense. Okay. I just continue my watch
And
while
yeah,
eating some berries underneath my mask.
yeah, no problem, no problem. And yeah, I will say your watch goes uh uninterrupted.
How long is that? Like
over
few hours?
yeah.
And the airship's still not here?
No. You can roll me a
Please
perception
put it
check.
down.
Sure. I think I have advantage on that. Man, it's been so long.
Yes, you have advantage.
Okay. That's 17, 16 plus 5, 22.
It seems that the airship actually has not been moving.
Fuck.
Has not moved since you first seen it.
So it means all right.
I go after my watch. I just go back like, if Leander's not fucking taking his time. How far is it away?
And it's far. I don't know, far.
More than 500 feet.
Like, oh yeah, definitely.
God damn it. But I don't see any smoke or any damage or any shit.
No. I mean, actually, no. I will say from your
Incredibly
and
high
we sorry
perception.
with your role, you do not see anything like
Troubling.
smoking, troubling. Yeah. There, yeah. Let's put it that way. Yeah.
If Leander just taking a nap, somebody has to slap him. I'd volunteer, but I already did the last one. The last lady we saw.
Yeah. Oh my God, is Malak gonna hit another redhead?
All the others.
But yeah, your watch ends and you wake up Asumedos.
Well, horns. Our pal over there is still in the same spot. It's not moving. I don't know if you can do anything to send
Send
a
the
message
message.
or something, but on you. I need to take some shut eye. I take a shut eye.
You go get some rest. Maybe you're just sleeping as well. I'll let you guys know if it comes over.
Roger. Take my end.
Yeah.
My nap.
And Asumedos, what do you do in your watch?
Well, I would try to stay awake by walking around the camp, just checking if anyone needs anything.
For
If
the most part, all the villagers are asleep, but Hundar is actually keeping watch also.
oh, I'll go to him like, aren't you gonna take your rest or gonna stay up all night as well?
Soon. But it is best if one keeps watch when it is the darkest.
Oh, that's true. That's why I took this shift. Having devil sight has given me ability to see even beyond magical darkness. So I got you. If you want to take some rest, but if you have anything to unload or offload, I'm all ears and horns.
I thank you for your offer. But I am still reflecting on today's events. It would be selfish for me to unload without processing my own
Fair enough.
feelings on the matter.
Fair enough. Nor will I pry. But just to let you know, past few weeks have been a roller coaster. How would I say that in that time and era? Would be going through like a tornado. It's brought us through different parts of this land. And believe it or not, you're not the first giant we've actually met.
I do not doubt that, for it seems, for you have the ability to kill one of us. That is no small feat. And of course, talks of tornadoes and traveling in this land. You dreamwalkers really are in a world of your own.
But honestly, I just wanted to be home. But because home is no longer there, it's this tornado that I have instead. But at least I have those sleeping buffoons to travel with. Because just as you said, it's darkest at night. It's also the loneliest. So yeah, here I go, asking you to unload, and here I am unloading more on you. But
It
all
is
I
wood.
wanted to say was, you're not. The world's been pretty cruel, and there's a lot that's been going on. So you're not alone in all this.
Yes. Yes. If there is one thing that transcends any culture, any nation, anyone, is that we are all susceptible to the nature of cruelty. And he looks down and he casts his gaze on the villagers. And through the moonlight, and with your devil's sight, you take in all the exquisite detail of the carvings in their skin that were done to them by their captors.
Those scars will leave marks, but they will still heal all the same.
Kundar
May you
just
guys
nods.
not may you guys not have any more scars. May you not gain more.
No. Kundar looks up, but then looks down at you and just says, "Young one, we all bear scars and will bear scars, no matter what we do. What is best is may we have the strength to endure and not break from whatever scars we will receive."
Fair point. I gaze up to the ship. And I'm like checking if I'd like to check if they've moved or anything, any movement at all.
Yeah, roll me perception check.
Oh shit. Only 8 plus 2. 10.
You can't tell from this distance what's happening exactly over there. But yeah. And as your watch continues, nothing. It is uneventful.
Before I do go to sleep, and also to help me stay awake, I'm gonna start making notches or carvings on my shoulders down to the side of
Oh.
my arm for each no, I mean just notches for
Okay,
each of the people that I've lost. So that would
Okay,
be
okay.
one for my wife, one for my mother. Then we lost Silvarian.
Yeah.
and then we lost our frost
Harshnag.
giant, Harshnag. So I'm like putting scars there. Something to resonate with what the stone giant said. Yeah, scars shouldn't be all that bad. But scars are also good to remember people that we've lost and that kept us going on our path. So I'll just keep those notches there. It's not gonna be like a major injury, but it's more of like a skin, just to make it scar.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, actually, can you roll me like a medicine check?
Sure. This 15 plus 2, 17.
Okay, so yeah, you're able to do cosmetic damage. You didn't take any actual damage.
Okay.
And yeah, as your watch ends, I think who is up next? Frostflower.
Frostflower.
Okay, so before we start, Frostflower, roll me a.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, just tell me, odd or even?
Even.
Oops. Okay. So yeah, as Asumedos goes to sleep, yours watch will soon start.
Keep going. I'm just gonna drink.
How do you want to spend your watch?
She has taken out a little scrapbook that she has, and she's like drawing the little weeds that are growing in between the stone tiles and stuff. It's just like still life drawings.
Okay. As you sketch, you hear the stone giant behind you actually move, and you hear the soft thumps of his footsteps as he is clearly approaching you. And you can just hear him say, "Little one, if you are to take watch, it seems that my watch for tonight has ended, and I need to take some rest if we are to travel in the morning.
All right.
If it is all right with you, the sole responsibility of taking watch falls onto you for now."
Mm-hmm. Weevil's watching with me, right?
Yes, sorry, yeah.
To observe the ship. See if it moves.
Yeah. Roll me perception. And I will say you can have advantage since Weevil's there.
Okay. Okay. 14 and 13. So 14 plus 6. 20.
Okay. The airship, from what you remembered earlier, it does not seem to have moved, but you noticed two smaller figures, the silhouettes of something fly off the ship.
Hmm. Weevil, you see that?
Yeah, like a flea jumping out of a dog.
Damn. Huh. I wonder if it's the owl or something.
At this distance, it could be anything. It's so far away.
Hmm.
Well, whatever it is, it's best keep ourselves on guard. And he gets his crossbow.
I lightly rest my hand on like my the hilt of my sword, and I just keep watch of my surroundings and as well as the sky above.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
swear,
We will
if they
just
don't
go.
have like major engine malfunction or a big fight in that ship and they're just waiting, I'm gonna be, I'm gonna have to slap another redhead. Well, attempt.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I already missed with Sila. I'm sure I cannot even touch Leander, power wise.
Yeah. We will just and then yeah, we will looks up, looks at you, looks around, and just goes. You really think? You really think the wizard's up there?
Well, I don't know. It seems likely to me. That owl seems is associated with Leander and went way up there, as if it was being called back. That's
And you
that's
think?
what I think at least.
And I mean, I know the Harpers didn't mind my status, current status, but how do you think I'll have to explain what's happening up there?
Well, doesn't hurt to pick up a new party member and, you know, um, get extra help on this arduous journey of ours. So I think they'd understand.
I'm not looking forward to having to explain myself again.
You got a good backstory?
Ugh. At this point, I don't know if anything's gonna work anyway. He knows what actually happened. If I say something otherwise, he'll be like, "Hey, he's lying." So let's just throw him over the ship. And I do not want a
Yeah.
dwarf. I'm not a flying dwarf.
We'll vouch for you, man. We've been through thick and thin, and at this point, we can't go without you, man.
I mean, like, half your shots wouldn't have hit if it weren't for me.
Yeah, it's much appreciated.
Because it's all of you are just so tall. You don't appreciate a second altitude.
Yeah. How are you feeling about the fight that's coming up?
Well, I don't know if this is an exact comparison, but it feels reminiscent from my old work. Up against insurmountable mounds, against an enemy tough as nails that you need to claw through just to get them to bleed. But hey, we're small, they're big. If we plan this right, they won't know what hit them. We just gotta be smart about it. And
just gotta add more giants to our list of slain in hope.
Yeah, well, or giants
Or-
that be befuddled and fool and hide, because a fooled giant's as good as dead, because they won't see us coming. They'll just slip on by.
Yeah, maybe.
But I don't know how we can do that with 3 of you clankers. And then he points at you, he points at Asumedos, and he points at Malak. Because I think the 3 of you have heavy armor. Or at least disadvantage because due to your armor.
Yeah, I suppose this is a game of wits just as much as brawn.
Yeah, well, and when it comes to wits, we need all the help we can get since we have that guy pulling the average down.
For sure.
I mean, you know why
my
he's
wit
blue?
is about as dull as something that is dull.
Yeah, well, blueberry there. It's like all skin, no fruit.
I wish I was awake.
But yeah, your watch continues, and yeah, at some point you are about to go to sleep, and you're you're waking up Itszki already.
Mm-hmm.
And with the
Hey,
three of you,
Scaly.
yeah, go.
Take my post.
You
And
still there, Scaly?
I take my post and I say, it's like, still no word from the airship?
No? Well, we did see, there were two silhouettes that flew out from the ship. So
Towards where?
that's a change. What direction did they head?
Yeah.
At this point, you can say it was going down, but you're not sure which direction.
Heading somewhere down. I couldn't see from my point of view where exactly though. Can't pinpoint.
Is the airship that far? But like, is it super far that it will take a while for things to get to us?
You at this point, again, you're seeing it through the silhouette of the moon. You can't really say, but as you are saying that, behind you, you hear the flapping of a bird,
All right.
and you see the owl.
All right. Cool. Well, the owl doesn't talk, so I just noticed the owl and tried to egg it towards us, so there's a little bit more safety in numbers.
And yeah, and as the owl flies towards you, you hear a voice, and he just goes, "Aldorf was right. All of you look like fucking shit."
So it took you long enough.
Hey, we needed to check to see if you were the right adventurers.
All right.
And true enough, you see before you, Leander, wearing this it's like traveling attire, but it's still, you can still feel the wealth radiating from him.
Are we all
But
awake
yeah,
now?
it seems that
Am I awake?
you're about to switch. Actually, you were about
Oh.
to go to sleep already, but like
Mhm.
this happened like when the switch was happening.
Okay.
But yeah, do you wake up the others?
Now I just again say, okay, we've just gone through a little bit of an adventure here. So I asked Leander, it's like, do we need to saddle up and go anywhere, or do you mind updating us, or hanging for a couple of hours while everybody finished their rest?
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, sure. Oh, so quaint, spending time in a campfire. I haven't done that in a while. Sure. And I too have been on an event. And you see him. It's like, it seems like he's gotten a tan.
So tell us, what of the news?
Well, as you know, I've been gone for a while. And of course,
Maybe
my whole.
he's like, you're not gonna wake us up? Okay.
Yeah.
They take him off. They're just like,
Okay.
yeah, sure,
Okay,
whatever.
no.
Yeah.
I'm
And then
letting you
Leander's
guys
like,
finish your shift, and then I figure this
Okay.
is just like a little of informal talk until just to kill a few hours before I wake you guys up.
oh wait, does Frostflower sleep or does she stay up?
Oh yeah, for us, what do you feel?
What do you decide?
Did he
What
arrive
does she
before she
decide?
sleep?
No, this
You
was the
guys-
switcher. This was the switcher.
The switch.
I asked them, you guys good with me just a little bit,
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
catch some Z's.
I tell you that we're about to embark on a bit of a challenge here. So every minute of rest will be important. So take what you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Leander
Wake
just goes,
Thank
yourself.
you. Thank you.
if beauty sleep was a thing, all of you need as much
I
time
laughed.
as you need.
Yeah. She just heads to her tent or her camp or whatever and like just goes in.
Yeah, how about this way? And then how about this to help you sleep? And then Leander casts a spell, and you see a faint ball of light in the center of the camp, and it emanates the sound of waves in the sea. So he basically made a
Wow.
white noise
White noise machine.
Yeah.
Ah, this is quite pleasant.
And here I thought he just cast sleep.
I know, right?
But yeah, he turns to you, Itszki. I know he tells you. He tells Professor about good sleep to you. See you when you wake up. And yeah, he turns his attention towards Itszki.
I just update Leander on like the most recent adventure about traveling to this area, figuring out where the horde is going, and uh updating this particular adventure of like a little skirmish with a few giants and
Did
saving.
you include Loudwater?
Well, he's asleep though, right?
No. Did you include what happened in
Did you tell
Loudwater?
him about it?
So maybe not yet. Maybe just this immediate adventure first,
Okay.
and then
Okay.
we'll do the full briefing and planning of the next milestone that we need to go with the entire group. So I just literally just small talk to buy a few hours and oh, and I asked Leander, did you bring anything from your ship? Got some
For
snacks? You got some snacks or anything from your ship?
Oh yeah, Leander tosses you. Leander actually reaches down and tosses you a couple of unusual fruits.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this might be new for you. So
Yeah.
try to eat some of these.
Yeah.
They're sweet.
I take
And
the snack
so-
and relax a little bit in Leander and try to finish off the rest of my shift.
yeah, then Leander just go and then Leander goes. And so which one of you was taking care of Aldorf? He told me he ate berries.
Oh, that's the guy with the horns.
Leander looks at the owl and just goes, Aldorf, you're not supposed to eat berries.
You're still sleeping, right,
I mean,
Jay?
Yeah. It seems like Leander's having this one-sided conversation with the owl. Goes, Aldorf, I know you're not an owl, but you gotta act like an owl, especially out here. It's a surprise. It's such a surprise you didn't get killed. With the distance you've been through. And then he sees you, Itszki, just goes, if you don't mind, I'm just talking to the familiar. Just like, Aldorf, don't take that tone with me. And then this conversation happens for a while.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, try to relax, do a little small talk.
What do you ask him anything in particular? Like
Does Itsuki do small talk?
Yeah,
no,
what small talk? Yeah, like what's the weather?
I have profound interest in the airship, and I start asking. So,
What took
how
you
does one? What does one of those cost? By the way, you have one in black.
He looks at you up and down. He looks at you and just goes, well, nothing you can't offer.
Not right now.
Well, not now, not ever.
God damn, that sucks.
Oh,
Feel like
it's best you-
an airship painted black with dark blue sails seems fitting for an adventurer like me, a hero like me.
Well, first, you're not done yet with this one.
That's
Second
true.
of all, people who made this are very notorious about keeping it a secret. It's a miracle that I was able to get one. And even then, it came with a lot of strings. Hence, the time it took for me to get back to the rest of you.
That makes me want it even more.
Well, if you do want to get one, the easiest way is to be a fugitive of the state of Alrua if you're willing to pay that price.
Alrua. Fugitive. I'm making mental notes saying like better do well in this adventure because I really want one of those airships.
I mean, not only are they predispositioned to hate your folk, since there's a lot of Yuan-Ti down there, and I've caused a lot of trouble for them, so don't expect a warm welcome.
Yeah, I look at it saying that is a challenge that I would really put to heart.
I feel like everything I'm saying isn't actually dissuading and just encouraging.
Yeah, it's like you do know I'm wanting this even more, right?
Oh, it's your funeral.
Know your audience.
So, yeah.
Wrong shift to jump in.
Well, yeah, that's what the dice said, eh? But yeah,
I think we just relax the rest of the time until everybody wakes up from their rest.
And yeah, as soon as everyone comes to, actually, you hear Leander first of all. And actually just repeats what he said. Well, good morning, Silver Shadows. All of you look like shit. So,
May we just correct? We are trying to go with a different name now. For the
Oh yeah,
Silver
we have
Yep.
rebranded.
Yeah.
A lot has happened in the time we've been.
We lost Harshnag. And
Yeah.
to honor the name, we have to honor him. We have changed our name.
Harshnag.
Leander is. Yeah,
Harshnag
go.
Leander's what?
No, sorry. Finish what you're gonna say
Oh.
first. Then.
Harshnag grappled with a blue dragon to allow us to escape. It was our end if we did not escape. So sorry. We know that
Well.
you were friends.
Harshnag was always looking for a way to have a poetic end. Well,
It's very heroic.
there goes the last page of the tale of Harshnag the Grim. And he reaches down, he takes out a flask, he just takes a big swig.
You know? Somehow still hopeful he's still alive somehow.
We didn't see a
Well-
body, so. But still,
be
he did what he
careful.
did.
Be careful what you wish for. Sometimes you'd rather just see the dead body than for it to end up in enemies' hands.
Oh, we've seen something similar with a different stone giant, so I agree with what you said.
But what's up? What's
Yeah.
up with the airship,
Yeah,
Leander?
it's like,
How long were
we're
you?
gonna use that to get somewhere, right?
No, you've been there since yesterday. Is there something wrong with it?
Took
Why?
so long.
Yeah, and then he just looks at you, exasperated.
Is the
Exasperated. Then he goes like, "Excuse, am I deaf?" He goes to you, Itszki.
Well, I haven't. We haven't told them.
It seems I'm hearing complaining. I feel like we've gone from gratitude to complaining and missing. Thank you, Leander. Thank you for acquiring the airship. Thank you for pulling all the strings you could get to get this airship.
Why should we thank you for you having an airship?
Because does that mean that we are going to get to use this airship?
Yes.
The
Maybe
airship
you
is
lead.
gonna take us somewhere.
Maybe you can lead with that.
Well, maybe don't lead with, "Hey, what took so long? Hey, did something happen? Hey, did the
Maybe see
engine
our
explode?"
state. We've been fucked up since yesterday.
Ugh,
Staring at
well,
an airship we
that's
don't
true.
know.
He points at each of you and casts Presty, so at least you're all clean.
Okay, well,
I mean, that deals with it as well. And
at least my bleeding's gonna be clean. Still bleeding.
and then he looks at Weevil and just goes, "Well, you're good with the Harpers, but you'll have to explain yourselves again to the Halruans, so
Ooh,
try not to
nice.
lie."
Who's the Hull ones again?
Those are the ones who
Made the ship,
Made the ship.
made the ship.
Yeah,
but
the
we
people
haven't
that will
encountered
the
them.
Well, you're about to, so
Oh shit. Okay.
so
But wait. Oh,
I told that.
what did I miss?
Yeah, sorry.
Why is he? Why does he have to explain himself to the Huller ones? If he's good with, but he's good with the Harpers.
Because Leander points at Weevil's hat.
Which is
The Hat of Illusion.
the disguise hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They're gonna
So,
be
yeah.
wondering why he has to disguise himself at all, and why not just be himself, you know?
no,
That he's hiding something.
but Leander said he's good with. He fixed
The
his
Harpers.
issues with the.
The
Just the
Helder
Harpers.
ones might be suspicious.
Oh, the Harpers,
Oh.
not from his country yet. The Axe of
The-
Mirabar. He's not good with that yet.
No, he's not good with that. He's still wanted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just trying to clarify. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah. And yeah, it just tells people. It's
How
best
do
to
you
come
get
there.
up and down from that airship? Does the airship go down?
I know you're excited, but like, let's go through this information one by one, because I don't want to overwhelm you. So, you're meeting with Halruans. Only 1/3 of them are casters, but everything they do has been touched by magic. So he looks at you, Shevra. Frostfire goes to you. So be ready for some sad faces going your way because you can't touch the weave, etc., etc. So that's how the way it goes. They're a very isolated country, so they're very weary about non-Halruans, which is us. I've done my part in my old adventures to gain some goodwill, but the rest of you have to start cultivating your own goodwill with them. Next, they are very big on politeness and expressing one's intent when entering the abode of each other. Because in Halrua, any other street beggar could cast a spell, big or small. It's always good to lead with the intent of, I am not gonna cast harmful magic that you are not aware of that could jeopardize the ship.
No. Everybody points at horns. Go like that, horns.
I will
Don't
not cast any powerful magic.
Yeah. Don't tell me, tell them. So, anyway, just follow my lead. The three of you, Itszki, Asumedos, and Malak. He points at the three of you. Three of you can touch the weave and can cast magic, but be prepared also to get some looks similar to what will be given to the two of them, Shevra and Frostflower and Weevil, but not as much, because even though you can cast spells, you're still not wizards.
Mm.
So
Is
It's not like I have offensive spells. Oh shit! Well, I don't have divine smite and some smites.
So we're not full casters, but we have
no,
access.
yeah.
We're not. We're not. So, I guess we'll follow the lead, and I'll lightly greet everyone. Greetings, everyone. I'll introduce myself and the rest of the team. I'm
Okay,
called
you do that.
Asumedos.
It's
Oh no, it's just
be
Leander here.
nice.
It's just Leander here right now.
Oh, okay.
Chaos, be
I'm gonna
nice.
okay.
Why
And
tell
then-
me?
No scales.
then-
Itszki.
Oh, scales.
I'm nice.
And then finally, to your question,
kind of rude
the
sometimes.
airships can't get to the ground, so they have to use things called glide boats
Okay.
to get personnel on the ground. So 2 of them are back there. If you are done with whatever business you have
Oh
here,
man,
maybe we can get a
keeps
move on.
dying.
Unless you have anything to say else to those bunch of villagers and to that giant.
Well, yeah. So we'll approach the giant and we'll approach the group,
Undar.
Undar and the rest of the villagers and say, well, I believe this is where we part ways. We are sorry that we weren't able to save everyone, but know that we did our best. And we're happy to see all of you alive. And with Hundar at your side, I'm sure you'll be able to make it to the nearest safe area. Probably Loudwater.
Watch yourself
The
You
around the
don't listen,
red-haired woman.
Mary, right there.
I'm just saying, watch yourself. Don't put your guard down. That's all.
And don't go suddenly punching or trying to attack a red-headed wife of the Lord of Loudwater. Just
Got him.
But don't trust her.
That would be unideal.
yeah,
So
they,
just
they
like
look
we put a snide remark that no matter what lady we see up there, shush. Right? Be nice.
they all confused they all look at each other confused, but then one of them approaches you, the same old woman that actually talked to Malak as Malak was healing, and just goes, well, thank you for helping us, and thank you for allowing me to pray to Lathander for a new dawn. If ever you are in Loudwater again, we can make the journey, if we're able to settle down there or make some temporary accommodations, please find us.
Rest
if
well.
we ever survive
Live.
this journey, if we survive facing more giants, and if we're able to save the people we need to save from them, then we shall make it back to Loudwater
Well,
and see you.
we shall pray to all the gods for your safe journey. And then Hundar just kneels down to get closer to your eye level. I shall be shepherding these small folk to this Loudwater. This be
And
safe.
tell the Lord of what these stone giants are up to.
Very well. Be careful as you head north. The air itself has been different with the foul magics that the Thane has done.
Watch yourselves as well. May safety be at your every step.
He nods, and yeah, he gets up, and you just see the villagers grab whatever belongings they have, grab whatever belongings or whatever equipment that they feel might be useful to the journey, and they start shuffling off towards Loudwater. For the rest of you, you return to. Sorry, Leander didn't go with you with this part. He just stayed where he was, and yeah, you just see Leander with Aldorf, his owl, just on perch on his shoulder. Sees you, goes, well, are all of you done? If you are done, I'd like to introduce you to some of the crew of the Frontier. And then he indicates towards the airship. And as you travel with him, you do see what looks like 2 rowboats with crystals underlay in the underside of it that are floating and give off this like bluish energy.
Fancy.
Yeah, 4 to a boat, and then you are 4 to a boat. Well, three to a boat. So since you are introduced to, you see a dwarf and a human. So the dwarf, Leander points to the dwarf and says, "This is one of the crew, Thordar, and this is another one, Voss. Voss is the human female, and then Thordar is the male dwarf.
Thordar and
Thordar and Voss."
Boss.
Voss is a human female.
Yes.
Thordor is a male dwarf.
Dwarf.
So Halruans are more of a from a place, like not a race.
Yeah, yeah,
It's an area.
Like a different continent, so to speak.
yeah.
Okay, I'll follow. I'll stay behind Asumedos as I'm the tank and he's our caster.
Okay. So you, me, and Leander on one boat,
Yeah,
right?
that sounds good.
Then Itszki, Frostflower,
Frost.
and Evil on the second boat. So we will greet uh, blessings upon you, Thordor and kind Thordor and Voss. We are the Silver Winter Syndicates. I am known as Asumedos, and here are the group that here's the Silver Winter Syndicates with Malak, Itszki, Frostflower, and Weevil. We greet you. We present no harm towards you or towards any of the machines. We appreciate any help or collaboration that we will have moving forward.
Voss takes the lead and steps forward and says, "Greetings, greetings, uh, Silver Winter Syndicate. We welcome you to journey towards the frontier airship, and we thank you for your intent of not causing any untoward destruction towards our equipment or to our ship. We greet you and wish for everyone to have a safe and fruitful journey and partnership as we move forward. And of course, I will have to say that before boarding the ship, our dear Captain Irisa will be flying in her own glide boat, where you are to repeat your exclamation before we board officially.
Thank you for the
You
guidance.
Yeah, you see her look towards Leander, and there's a glint in her eye as she smiles, and she just says, it's you have briefed them well. And then Leander just nods, and she goes, "Hey, that's what happens when you are with the Silver Winter Syndicate. Competent and polite. They
Very
did take
busy.
down the hill giants after all." And yeah, she gives a small nod. And yeah, the two of you are shuffled towards your respective glide boats. And after repeating the safety precautions, hands in the ship, all that. Don't panic when you fall. There is a loud whoosh in the air as you are flying up and up and up until finally, after the rush of the wind, you come into glance the view of, true enough, the frontier, the airship that you have been looking at for a couple of hours already at this point. And you feel the
As we
rush of
fly, I
wind
just
in your... Yeah.
Malak takes his mask off just to feel it in his face.
And then, yeah, as you rush towards the frontier, you see another glide boat approach, and this time you see another woman at the helm of it. Voss and Thordar indicate that that is their captain, Captain Irisa. And after a while, the
Captain, how do you
glide
spell that?
boats.
Sorry.
Irisa, Irissa.
Okay.
And sure enough, the glide boats come together.
Is she pretty?
Is she your
I
type?
already went like this. I told you.
She is very much your type.
Oh,
Oh
I put
no.
I put my mask back on. And Malak is a little
Yeah.
little on his best behavior a little bit. Though he was right for what he did in Loudwater. He
No
So
understands
one's
yeah,
the
perfect.
inconvenience.
Captain Erisa seems to be a half elf from a quick cursory glance, with a dark skin tone befitting a darker skin tone with, like, a wild head of hair. She seems a bit older than she seems on the older side, and she seems to be wearing a uniform, a captain's uniform, but it has been obviously modified to be a bit more relaxed, and with one hand in front of her, rest one hand on the head of the glide boat. She sees you, and as polite as she is and she just says, "Greetings, adventurers recommended by Archmage Leander. I am Captain Erisa, captain of the frontier, and I greet you and welcome you as humble guests to my airship, and to what it seems your first foray into Halruan hospitality. Now, as the wizard might have told you, as Leander might have told you, we welcome intents and declarations of peaceful intent. So, if we could get that out of the way, please."
Greetings to the esteemed Captain Erisa. We are the Silver Winter Syndicates. I am known as Asumedos, and with me are Malak, Itszki, Frostflower, and Weevil. We all wish and mean no harm to the crew or to its ship. We are to be part and collaborate in protecting everyone and journeying together. And we wish for a smooth collaboration and look forward to working together moving forward. We thank you for your hospitality.
Yeah, Irisa looks at you and just says, "If you could also add, we would offer any aid in any need that the ship might arise, and any needs that the ship might need."
And we shall also offer all our aid in support should there be any needs that the ship uh, may have moving forward.
So
Well,
just to clarify,
if
you said we can cast spells, but we just
Cannot.
have to. We cannot at all.
no, that you can ask that. You can clarify that later in character.
Oh,
So
oh, okay.
yeah, keep that. We can do that in character. And yeah, as soon as
I
you
mean,
finish, you just
I'm supposing it's like, yeah, we can clarify that, but I'm supposing like
yeah.
if someone's attacking the ship, then we have to attack back. I don't think I think we can, but
No, but it's good to clarify it now instead of a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, but like, as soon as you finish with that little addendum, she just goes, then, welcome to the frontier. Ah, Leander, it seems you outsiders are not so rude after all, but you keep curious company. One who cannot touch the weave, one who is so desperate that has made deals with it, one who frolics in nature to cast and manipulate it, and one whose very will would see any nail, any problem as a nail and to be a hammer. None of you learned in the arcane arts. Fascinating. Interesting.
Wait.
Well, that's what the chicks call me, the hammer. No, just kidding. uh,
Wait, you say that?
no, no. I'm a good boy
Well,
now. I'm a
you
good boy
you
now.
are attracted to her. Why don't you try it? Try it. Go
No,
for it. I mean, Malak
no.
is
Malak
fat.
is, even though Malak was right. Hashtag Malak was right. He's being a good boy, and he will clarify and he say, Captain, just to clarify, as we do not want to appear uh
Disobedient.
rude guests. Leander warned us regarding the touching use of our magic in your ship. if how do I say this? Uh, if needed to protect the ship against hostile uh, creatures or persons, would we be allowed to use whatever we can to dispose of them and protect your crew and the ship?
Erisa looks impressed that, you have been briefed this hard, and she goes, "Yes, of course, I give my consent that you may cast whatever spell deemed necessary in order to protect the ship. In addition, I too consent that you use whatever spell that seems to fit your flights of fancy, as long as it only affects you and your party mates, and can only affect the crew with their consent."
Only to protect and assist the crew and the ship, I guess.
Well, if you have spells of that sort, go right ahead.
Then
And yes,
thank you for
any
that.
more clarifications?
Thank you for that clarification, and we as well swear to only use what is needed to protect, and only to protect the crew and the ship, and to have their consent
Well,
when
it is
needed.
good that it is good that you have spoken those words, and I thank you for it. But you will find that such politeness fades in familiarity, which I hope will be true in the coming days, as it has been arranged that you will be charting the journey. But still, this is not a conversation over glide boats. Come, welcome to the frontier. And she sits down, and you are whisked away to the rest of the airship. And yeah, you come up to the airship. So yeah, if you look at your map, this is the airship.
There we go, baby. We got an airship.
And would there be would you
Okay.
be showing us around your beautiful ship?
Ooh, pretty.
So yeah, wait lang. Sorry.
I
Watching
love it.
with very close intent.
Oh, and just to clarify, we have long rested now, right?
Not yet.
Sure.
Oh shit. Okay.
That was a short rest.
Because that was
Short
that
rest
place was
now.
Wait, did we have a long rest? What?
No.
Short
Short
rest.
rest.
No.
No, not a short rest. Okay.
So yeah, you are whisked away to the airship with wind whipping against your hair and all that. You come down into this magnificent airship. And yeah, your glide boats are docked here in this like eastern section in this eastern section. And yeah, let us get rid of the sails. So y'all can see properly. There. And then yeah, who's not here? Oh, Ittzki's not here.
Yeah, it's still spinning on my end.
Maybe
Oh.
I don't know. Refresh.
Refresh again. Ah. I'll try my Safari.
Just as a question, is Voss possibly Malak's type as well?
Oh.
No, not his type.
Might have been the love
Double whammy.
boat.
There. Okay.
Malak would just
Everyone's
jump out.
So yeah, everyone's on the ship, and yeah, you are greeted by this magnificent ship. And yeah, you approach a couple of the crew personnel to keep the glide boats back in their place. And soon enough, a medic approaches. Oh wait, she's a she. So Malak, she's kinda your type. She's kinda your type. And she goes, visitors. Yes, I am Iban, and if you need do you need medical attention? If you need so, you may call upon me if you need any service, if you need any healing assistance. But it seems for now all seems well, and nothing too much that can't be helped by a good night's rest, which I don't think you've had one in a while with your current state. But yes, if you need anything, I'm the girl for that. And then yeah, Irisa just goes, "Oh yeah, Frostflower, you have a new, you have a new mini. You have a new mini.
It looks so cute.
Yeah, updated. And then yeah, Irisa actually says, yes, of course, if you need any help, if you need a tour of the ship, since I believe Leander has negotiated that you will be staying here for a while. We will be taking you across these uncharted and one would say not so developed lands. But yes, please follow me. And yeah, she takes you across the ship to the top deck. And as you pass by, you are introduced to the NPCs. So you are introduced first to first meet Pinso, a human male. And this is my first mate, Pinso. If in the worst case that I cannot do my duties, he shall be the one to count for. Don't mind that he looks young. He needs to earn his stripes after all, and what better way to learn than on the field? Um, and then that's when you notice that Kinso looks a bit too young for the role. Contrasted very much to Irisa, who seems much a bit
Built to be
a ta- no, more of like a tad too old for the role as captain.
well.
Yeah,
Who would
Irisa's on the older
I
side
be
now.
to question Malak's type?
Huh?
Who would we be to question Malak's type?
Oh, wait. They don't know if Malak's type.
Yeah, I know.
You are led to the back and you see this glittering crystal with leaking giving off blue fumes, and says this is the arcane battery that keeps the ship afloat. Now I must tell you in advance, any tampering, any studying of it,
Oh, studying. I was gonna say, ooh, I'm very interested. Okay, no studying.
any stampering, any studying of it will be dealt with the full force of Halruan law, and in this case, it will be under my jurisdiction. As by Halruan law, any surface of this airship is under the jurisdiction of all the courts of Halruan. And as I, the captain of it, shall be the overseer and arbiter of all its laws. And I will tell you now, just so that you know and get this over with, if I catch any of you studying or trying to take notes of anything relating to this airship and its technology, or any way to replicate it, suffice to say, our partnership will come to an end permanently.
Nobody was there when Itszki was showing interest to ano, right? To Leander.
No,
No, it's just the
So nobody knows. Okay. Who's
at
the
this
ano?
point,
Who's
Leander just
the
gives you a very knowing smile, Itsuki.
who's the first mate? Other
I
Kinso.
feel
Okay.
I show disappointment.
And then yeah, okay, I'll have to move it, but like the minis will remain, so just ignore those, huh? So yeah, and then after that you are led to the lower deck. Ay, how is it locked? So yeah, you are led to the lower deck. So this one, So this is like, imagine this is ground floor, and then you go up here, and then you go up again. So and then this one you go up also here.
I'm not
So yeah,
seeing the other parts.
yeah, not that. So yeah, so this is ground, and then you go up, and then it's the same level as this one, and then this one's higher pa.
Okay.
Okay.
And
The
then
back
this
end
part
is
is, yeah, and this part is also ground floor technically. So yeah, first of all, you are taken inside this one, this chamber. So yeah, you're taken here, and yeah, this is first mate's Quinto's room, along with the armory. So you see a bunch of weapons and all that, a bunch of weapons and a couple of supplies here. And then you are taken to the other side, and this is the captain's quarters, and this is the meeting room. If you will have dinner, it will be here, unless you want to
okay.
join in the main hall. But like meetings, important meetings will be here. This part, the one with the blue carpet, this is your room. There's a bunk bed. It is good for 4.
Okay.
So where does
So that is for you to
Where's
decide who sleeps
Weevil?
where.
in the middle of the
Uh,
floor?
And then the tour continues. You are led to the lower deck. Um, you are led to the lower deck, and as soon as you go down, you are greeted by this huge hall with 2 grand tables. This is the kitchen. This is another storage area. This is another similar arrangement, bunk beds for some of the other members. So, um, this is for the quartermaster, the cook, the medic, and the bosun. This is the medical isolation room. And then this is the crew quarters. So this one is full of hammocks. And you see a couple of crew lounging about as you enter, since it is in their off shift. So yeah, you are given times for dinner, and then yeah, whoever will not be sleeping in the whoever will not be sleeping in the with here can bunk down with the other officers, and then one of those will just go to the crew quarters. So you just decide
Well,
who. I assume it's gonna be,
no,
well,
I
your
suggest
choice.
naman we can ano eh. Well, I Malak will suggest we always have a watch anyways. So we only need 4 bunks.
Mm,
Somebody always stays up.
Okay, it seems
We can
fair.
still, that's how we can do a long rest like that naman, diba?
Parang hindi. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, I will say
that's how we do it before.
What I can do is I can sleep with the crew, so I can just vicariously absorb whatever they're talking about the ship, so I can learn
Do you say
without
that?
being noticed. No, I just volunteer. And then when Leander, I feel like I'll just give Leander a knowing look. It's like,
yeah.
guess,
Yeah,
I guess I'll be.
Malak will be suspicious because Itszki, who is what's this? Who's
Fancy?
greedy and fancy is leaving the room for a crew quarter. So can I inside check?
No need, because
I
as soon
already give you the look.
as
I go like that.
yeah, as you give Leander the look, it's Malak, in your head you hear Leander's voice. He goes, "I'd keep watch of him if I were you." And then the emotion, the Itsuki seems to be too ambitious for his own good.
I I signed to.
No, no, you can reply. You can reply mentally if you
Oh
want.
yeah, no, yeah. I'll reply. Uh, thanks for the heads up, and then I signed to Asumedos, and I guess Shevra is there. That Itsuki's we need to. Itsuki's a little too interested in the ship, so I push him. Where are we? Are we still up top?
No, at this point, where do you want to
Oh,
be? I assume the meeting. I'm
uh,
assuming the tour's gone, so you are in the main hall.
In the main
I
room.
guess
I think
here.
I think
Here.
we should all take a long rest. If we're not, and are we gonna do watches ba or no?
No, I
Can
think we
we?
can sleep.
Okay, then I push Itszki towards Asumedos as I signed to them that Itsuki's too interested in the ship and we gotta watch him, and then I'll stay with the crew. So I push him towards
No,
Asumedos
you're too big.
to pull.
Take too much space out there.
I know that. I ask I guess I asked one of the crew members to lead me to the there was a tour pala, no? So I head to the crew quarters if I can
Yeah.
sleep.
So yeah, the crew quarter is quite rambunctious since this is where the crew spends their downtime. And as you enter, you see that this place is like it seems even if it's cramped, it still feels very cozy, and the environment is much more and the environment's still jolly. There's an air about it, and you see immediately the crew that are on break, yeah, you immediately and go and one of them, Oken, approaches you and goes like, oh, um, favored guest, are you not gonna sleep in the quarters? Those quarters were made specifically for you. Are you...
I apologize to impose, but we do not. There are only 4 beds, and we are 5. And I'm in
Oh,
search of another spot if you guys are able. If I if I may.
Oken looks around and just goes, well, hmm. Looks at you, looks at maybe that one. It's a bit lower on the ground, but still quite comfortable. Doesn't rock as easily. And besides, You'll be furthest away from. You'll be the furthest away from Korgal. So
From?
from Koga, Kogral. No, like in terms of like bunks, where the bunks are, where the
Oh,
hammocks are.
can I just inside check him just to make sure he's not fucking with me?
Yeah, go.
That is 18 plus 1, 19.
Yeah, it seems so. There is something that he's trying to. It seems he's trying to keep you away from, you know, a Kogral. But yeah,
What? Kogral is the bunks? What?
no, Kogral has a bunk. He's trying to keep you away from that bunk.
Oh, can I try to see what's in the bunk? Like slyly, so I'm not like obviously looking at that
Ah,
bunk.
I will say as soon as you approach it, the smell hits you.
Okay. I look back to Oken and I say, much thanks, and then I go to
No,
the far one which she pointed at.
yeah, Oken just goes, "You're welcome." But yeah, you take a rest there. The rest of you all go up. And yeah, sorry, Malak, before you left pala, Irisa and Leander, uh pardon, sir, and she goes, well, it seems all of you look worse for wear, so why don't you all get some rest, and we shall reconvene and have our first meeting at the common room as soon as you're ready.
Okay.
Then Leander just goes, well, sleep well again, but hey, maybe now it's gonna be a little bit more comfortable. And then yeah,
Arm around Itszki and saying, "Let's go to our room and stay there all night."
I'm gonna like rubbernecking. It's like,
The
oh,
whole crew except
are you sure that you're comfortable there, Malo? You sure?
Oh, I left already, and I'm there already.
Then as soon as we get into the room, I just explain, look, we were informed by our wizard friend to curb our interest about the ship, lest we be sent flying
Without
1,000 feet down to the ground.
Interest about this ship? Huh. I don't know. It seems fine. It seems okay.
You better I would believe you if you didn't have that much drool on your face.
I just think it
But
looks better in black. I'm just saying.
I think that personally I'd be interested too, to be honest. But we have a lot in store. Maybe if we remain good little boys and girls, maybe we'll have our own ship.
One day.
Let's work on that. What would you call your ship?
A viper.
Should have guessed.
We were just like, I mean,
What a
that's a little bit on the
surprise.
nose,
I
right?
know, right?
Like, you gotta be like, you can't just say the first thing that comes out that you think of.
You want me to name a ship the Snow Leopard?
Or me, blue.
All mine horns.
Yeah.
The horn.
The horn.
I wasn't there, so
Horn of Gondor.
Yeah, and my ship's like the Iron Juggernaut, like whoopee, creative. Anyway, I think it's due to lack of sleep. Why don't we just get some good rest so we can finally talk to these people and get something going on.
The
Yeah, but
viper.
let's keep her cool for now. Let's play by the rules. I know it's not common, but it's better than messing up our chance. I do recall we had a chance to have more companions in this journey, but I forget why we got no support. Oh yeah, somebody tried to kill the
Yeah.
lady of Loudwater. So, let's not get ourselves in a similar situation. Never know. We'll have a chance later on.
So yeah, I will say, so as you take your rest, I will say the ship stays docked in this specific area until you all recover. So I will be considering this a long rest. And since you have finally unlocked the airship, if the party at the same time takes a long rest on the ship, as in no one takes watch, that will be a long rest.
Okay.
Pending, of course, that the ship is defended and remains at a suitable level of safe to be considered a safe haven.
So in other words,
But
we can't just take a long rest in the middle of us being pursued or attacked.
yeah, or if the ship has been damaged enough, I will take out safe haven privileges.
Okay. But for now, without any damage whatsoever, it's good. Okay.
And then yeah, as soon as you this happened in the morning, so you slept again. So you wake up at around noon, and yeah, for all of you, this is like the most wonderful waking up that you've waken up to, since you are finally in a bed. Well, except for you, Malak, but still, the the back and forth of the hammock is comforting in its own way,
Yes.
and you can comfortably just take off your armor and relax for a bit. Um, and yeah, you are um sure enough, you are ushered to the common room here, the meeting room here. So that's the one with the purple rug. And yeah, all of you are here, and as you are there, you see the cook Gelzik serve a fresh batch of warm stew that is very tasty, and yeah, it's very much a welcome reprieve from your usual rations. So it's a thick stew with bits of meat and vegetables and all that. So yeah. Uh yeah. Captain Erisa is here with First Mate Kinso and as well as Leander. And yeah, as all of you are taking your seats, yeah, uh Leander actually takes a step back and of course Captain Erisa takes the reins and just goes, well, to make this clear, here's what is happening. The services of the frontier have been negotiated, wherein the party will decide where to go. And with our best ability, we will make sure that you get there in one piece. Of course, how we get there can be negotiated. If we have to pass through, of course, I would not want to pass through any hazardous skies to get to where we need to be, but if time is of the essence, it can be negotiated. Now, it seems that from what our wizard friend over here in the Leander, it seems that a giant problem has been happening in these lands, and we aim to assist. So, until that problem is done, I and the rest of the crew are at your service, pending, of course, the stipulations I mentioned earlier. Now, where shall our first destination be?
I look at horns.
I signed to the guys wherever they make these ships.
Thank God Malak has a mask.
Did ha ha ha. Maybe we should scout where the horde was going.
Yeah, we explain. Yeah, I'll tell us. Should we explain what we learned from Hundar?
Yeah. At least that's a general direction where they're going. Maybe it's
Oh
north.
wait, you know from Hundar, you know the specific location now of where Deadstone Cleft is.
Perfect.
So
And
you know the
But we explained to Leander what's happening, the God King, and how many giants there are.
We'll explain the journey thus far and the potential perils that even the ship might face.
uh
Um,
yeah. The three of them nod, but then Leander perks up and just goes, but Loudwater's still standing. Like, didn't you go there for some help? I'm sure the High Lord will be more than willing to send some troops if it means. Because from what we've seen, all the villages around here are gone. And the only remaining bastion of civilization is Loudwater.
Agreed. And honestly, we did travel to Loudwater for that in very intent. First and foremost, we have fought alongside a crew that came from Loudwater, and through the vision that we received while we were in the ice caves, some of these members have been captured. Now, in our attempt to get backup support from Loudwater themselves, we met with Lord Fred himself. Now, as we were greeted warmly and we're in the first few moments of asking for support, somebody recognized the lady of Loudwater and proceeded to um, take violent action towards her.
At this point, Leander, Risa, and Kinso all collectively just go like, in their own ways, just go, why the heck would you do that?
They had been
Yeah,
infiltrated by a bitch.
Erisa just goes like, bitch or not, if you want to shank the bitch, do it in the dark, not in plain view of her husband.
I admit. Well, no, but this woman has is the reason for
She's the very seed of hate that was planted in the heart of our
she
blue-skinned friend.
I admit that
Captain
yeah,
yeah.
that my mind was not thinking clearly as I had been hunting her for so long, and when I saw her, uh, there was no choice as my mind just my body moved on its own. Or she is what put me in this path. She is the one who wronged not only me but where I came from.
This Captain Arisa. She just goes, well, on one hand, if not for her, you'd be one person down for your crew. On the other hand, couldn't you have waited for a couple of days, couple of minutes, couple of hours?
Um, uh, I am not one for underhanded tactics. But as I said, I I will not ex I will not excuse or make I will not make excuses for my and say that what I did was strategically sound. All I can say is that uh
Hashtag.
hashtag Malak that the bane of my existence suddenly appeared, and I did what I did. Though I would not do
Hmm.
it again, but I will not also uh I do not also though I regret the consequences that it has placed, especially for the people that I'm with. I cannot put too much blame on my action, as it was I acted as who I acted as me. It is who I
Hmm.
was. And yeah.
Well, Captain
I
Arisa just
believe,
continues. Ay, yeah,
I
go.
believe what our friend is also trying to say is that it's already been done, and he has envisioned meeting her for years, that he has trained his mind and body to know how to act the very moment that he would meet her. So that was all muscle memory, beyond faster than what thoughts could bring. So that
Oh, that
was years
fast.
of practice.
I was that
That's
fast.
years of
Reaction.
practice and training that was ingrained in his very bones. Um, as unfortunate as it is, yes, we did not get support due to that. Um, Nonetheless, we trudged to this journey, this with greater risks, yet at least truer to ourselves.
And to us, since we'll have to go through this on our own.
Fortunate stakes have been raised.
Well,
But if I may warn, aside from the stone giants that may be of certain uh um that may have skills in craftsmanship, um we might need to look after a blue dragon, as we're not sure if it had survived or
Don't
not.
forget about that, dragon.
Irene, Irisa just looks at Leander. And she just, the council should have raised the asking price if this is what it takes. And Leander's just like, Well, the deal's been done already, so we gotta live with the numbers we're dealt with. And
So
Captain Research just goes, well, no use crying over a burnt spell book, so to Deadstone Cleft then. Oof.
yes.
How should we approach this?
If
Do
we
some
may
scout.
circle around and see if there's a side cave that we can enter into, that would be great. We may keep the ship floating above and we'll be ushered down through one of, what do you call those? The
Glide
boats?
boats?
The
The
glide
glide
boats?
boats. Okay. Are the glide boats part of the? Will you scout using the glide boats, or you just watch from a distance?
What do you mean?
Like, will you use the glide boats to actively scout, or you'll just keep a higher point of view with the airship, and then scout from the airship, like look through the airship from the airship's altitude map?
We'll first glide around with the airship. We'll first fly around with the airship to see if there's any possible entrances. And if not, we'll take the glide boats ourselves for a closer look. And then eventually, if we find one, the crew will alight. I
Okay.
think we need to approach this on a stealthy as possible.
Oh, it seems in our avoidance for underhanded tactics, we are relying on those moving forward. Uh, Leander says. Anyway,
Malak will let it go.
even with all this, it seems you need all the help you can get, and perhaps this might help. Leander leaves and enters with a box. And from a box, he opens it and takes out a ring that he puts in his fingers, and it looks like a scroll that wrap around one and then wraps around the other. So it's like a two finger like accessory,
Mm-hmm.
and he presents it to the party. This is what is usually called a ring of spell storing. It can store up to 5 increments of power, aka five spell levels. So for example, you can load in one level 5 spell or 5 level 1 or one level 2, one level 3. So your choice. But it's the 5 levels of spells.
Yeah, 2, 2, 1. So any
Yeah,
combination,
yeah.
total
Yeah.
of 5. Yeah.
So you can have like a pass without a trace, two passes without a trace, one hunter's mark. Or one fireball level 5. Or one wall of force. Or, a counter spell, a mage armor, and a shield. Something like that. Um, it is attunement. He puts it down and slides it towards the port.
But
And then he takes on yeah.
who do we need? Can we whoever has it can only choose from their spell list?
No. The beauty about this is, for example, Malak, you have it. You will attune for it, and then you will cast the spells into it. You can take it off, break your attunement, give it to someone else, and they can attune to it, and they can
So
cast the
so if
spells.
we want a
Asumedos
level
can put some.
if we want a level 5 fireball spell, we need somebody who knows how to do that level 5 fire.
Yeah, yeah,
And we can give it to Itszki. Can cast.
Yeah, I mean
yeah.
that would be good because I can put my pass without a trace for stealth, and then somebody can Asumedos can put in
Well,
some
I mean
strong fireball.
we're pretty good utility wise. What we need is maybe a bigger punch. So like the fifth level fireball is gonna be major. Or well, we'll see.
Yeah. So you can pass it around. It's more of a preparation spell. It's hard to do on the fly. The loading part is the one. Like for example, you can give it to Shevra so she can finally cast spells. To Frostfire so she can cast spells. So that's an option. Or for example, uh you give Asumedos' spells to Itszki. So Itszki can cast Warlock spells.
Okay.
So yeah.
What's the name of this?
And then Ring of Spell Story.
Ring.
And then Leander takes out another box. And as she takes it out, you see a very intricate circlet inlaid with sapphires. Presents it to the party. With the captain's permission, you may use this, but again, if any one of them detects that it is being used on them, it will be grounds for the captain's, for whatever captain's decisions are. And you are given a modified Helm of Telepathy. So,
Modify.
the Helm of Telepathy lets you use an action to cast Detect Thoughts. So it allows you to cast Detect Thoughts at will. Detect Thoughts is a concentration. But you can use your bonus action to pick someone and send a telepathic message. And that creature can use a bonus action to cast telepathic a reply.
Does it have to be a willing creature?
Yes.
There's no distance limit.
It's the Detect Thoughts spell, so that's 30 feet.
Oh, so I was hoping that we can send a message to the airship.
Requires attunement as well.
Yes. Sorry. You can cast on any one creature that you can see within 30 feet.
It's not too far though.
In addition, Leander has modified it. 3 times a day, you can cast a spell. You can cast a spell called Rari's Telepathic Bond. Basically, when you cast it, choose 8 creatures. For 1 hour, you can send thoughts between that network.
What do you call the spell?
Rari's Telepathic Bond.
Rary,
Bam.
Rary.
Why? Yeah. I'll just go to the CR.
How many creatures? 8?
8.
How long, Jay? Did he say?
3 times a day. You can
No,
cast the
for how
spell.
long? Yeah, but how long does it last?
I'm not sure.
Anybody feeling like we're being thrown to a major dungeon?
Yeah, that's why.
A lot of message just to call for help. Just help! Wait, number P2.
So yeah, Rari's Telepathic Bond lasts for 1 hour.
And this is constant communication, sending messages
Yes.
using bonus actions if in combat.
No. The Rari's Telepathic Bond, it's free. You can talk.
Okay.
The Detect Thoughts version, that takes bonus actions.
Okay. How far?
So think of it no, as long as you're within the same plane of existence.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can use the spell. The description, it's So yeah, actually, Leander eyes Frostflower's sword and goes, "That looks familiar."
Oh yes. Where did I get it again?
From his vault.
Oh yeah. Well, I picked it up from the vault of yours. I was hoping
Vault
it would be
number
the number.
14 or something.
It served to be very useful on this journey so far.
Okay, and then who
So I hope
authorized
you
you to
don't
get
mind.
that?
Explain first why we were in the vault.
Why were we in the vault again?
I'm trying to find it.
Wait,
I think what's the name of his friend? Wait. I'm looking for it.
The orc.
it was
So-
Zrox who
Zrox.
allowed us back. Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
why? Forgot.
Oh, Zrox? Zrox never told me that. The only thing he told me about what was happening was what you talked about in the tavern, where the Lord's Alliance was getting infiltrated, or whatever strife was in the Lord's Alliance again. I mean, Lord's Alliance always getting infiltrated, if not the Harpers, then by the Zentarim.
We went to him for help, and then where did they? Vault 17. Shit, doesn't say why he let us in there.
We needed help.
Oh yeah, we needed help to find Harshnag,
We
right?
needed our snag.
Yeah, and then he sent us on the vault. 'Cause- Did he say something was wrong with it, and we tried to subdue it or something like that?
No, I think it's more of like I don't think we're even supposed to say it was him, but anyway.
I mean, there's no
I think it's
denying.
just like
There's no hiding that.
But yeah, does Frostflower say that? Like the Harshnag thing, Zrox, and everything? Yeah, like how does she say it specifically?
You gotta
I
say
don't know.
something. Gotta say something. So I think we would be open. We would be honest.
Yeah, I just be honest about the whole thing. I tell him the events that happened aside from the fact of like what happened in the vault wherein Asumedos was tempted by the sword. I leave that out.
Okay.
With
But then, as
that
you,
the sword was trying to escape, right? It was like close to escaping, something.
Yeah,
yeah,
it was trying to escape.
yeah. So Hazaron was at the brink of escaping,
Mm-hmm.
and where is Hazaron now?
Still locked up there. Right?
Oh, so
we strengthened the barrier. It was weakened. That's why some of its evil was seeping out. We almost let it out. Yeah, that was my fault. I'm sorry. But we also sealed him back in.
okay, okay. Huh. All right. Well, good job on your end. I guess for that good job, sure, keep the sword.
Thank you.
And whatever it is you found there. Anyway, so it seems you are headed for this Deadstone Cleft. As for me, I have done my responsibility so far in producing a means of help for the party.
Thank you. Thank you, Leander. We appreciate all the help you've done.
He takes a moment to absorb those words and looks he looks a bit bloated. He looks proud. But then because
We all know you're awesome, Leander. I say without any sarcasm.
If you would ever want to travel with us to go through this, you're always welcome.
oh, maybe not yet, but it seems that from what I've been hearing ever since I was gone, the Lord's Alliance has gone through a lot. Rumor mongering, cities barely able to keep control, potential riots popping up and then, which we do not know if they're influenced or not by whatever shadow organization you feel is connected to all of this. So let's just see. While you take this on the field, unfortunately, I still have debts to the nation of Halrua for the airship, and I want to settle those fast. But as soon as I'm done with that, why don't I just pick up the investigation from the political side? And he looks off in the distance. Yes, I have to pretend again to be a Lord's Alliance member, but whatever. Okay, I can do that. So, best
Do you sometimes
alive.
regret being so powerful?
I regret being a warrior, and I regret being one of the smartest people in the realm. Or not smartest, but more of capable. Because at some point, this will reach all of you. All of you will be so competent, so influential, and everyone's gonna be asking our opinion. And you'll
Don't
be
think
seeing
I'll
all
be
these.
smart though.
I was like, I know
Well,
what you feel.
point is, people will look you for advice. And if you're used to things going your way or doing things your way, it gets tricky seeing people do it differently. So sometimes you really have to take a step back and fight the urge to do it your way because someone else might get it wrong. But hey, this is my happy little compromise. Helping with little startup adventures such as you.
Makes sense.
If you live long enough, you'll see where I'm coming from.
So far, total gifts would be the Ring of Spellstore and the modified helmet telepathy, right?
And the airship.
And there.
And airship.
My future airship.
What's the name of the airship? Does it
The
have
Frontier.
Frontier.
The Frontier. And yeah. But then Erisa just with the name Frontier at some point Erisa explained. Finally, the ship will finally act according to its name. Because this ship has been nothing but a glorified patrol within the mountainous walls of Alrua. And yeah.
I'll probably ask the captain, in the lands, in the place that you are from originally, are there issues with giants and dragons as well?
Not so much giants. We have the occasional plundering dragon, who's of course drawn to the wealth of our nation. But most of our conflicts come from, well, the jungles beyond the walls, which is where the Yuan-Ti dwell. But aside from that, Halrua is a very fortified nation. We are blessed with natural fortifications, with a solid mountain range enclosing most of our borders.
That may I live long enough to see it someday.
Well, maybe you could. Well, you could live, but let's see if you live long enough for Halruans to change their minds. Halruans are very content at their place, with their place, and would prefer to stay within their walls and explore the chaos of the outside world. It was even such a miracle Leander here was able to convince. If not from the tales of how you defeated that hideous hill giant, you would have a harder time convincing the council otherwise. But hey, that could be the sign of things changing, of a shift in the culture. That means how the ruins are more curious about the outside world.
Then there's hope yet.
We'll see. But for now, you are stuck with us who are willing to explore this frontier land and to hope that the airship lives through its journey so that we may regale this tales of this adventure to the rest of our nation. Now,
Then
to
let's
Deadstone Cleft.
let's collect more tales of victory then.
And yeah, as soon as Irisa leaves, you hear her shout some orders and you hear the massive sails switch as crew members jump to activity. As the airship slowly lurches forward, and you hear the wood groaning as as it gains more speed as it heads towards the northeast, toward the undead lands of Deadstone Cleft. And yeah, let's cap it off for here. And yeah, let us see next week what happens on the way to Deadstone Cleft. Well,
We're very near.
and then yeah, I will say, since you have an airship already. Oh, I assumed you shared the map, no?
Yes, of course.
So okay, so you are an oral bar, and then let's just fun trivia. Okay, here. Oral bar.
Remind me to ask
Okay.
Leander next time if he has any insights into this God King.
Okay. So if you okay, yeah, okay, no problem.
I'll make a note also naman.
Yeah, on foot it would have taken you 4 days to get there.
The airship.
1 day.
Shit. Why am I more nervous? Damn. We got support. We got an airship. We got a medic. We got the magicians.
Yeah.
Wizards. Magicians. Some people with access to wizard, though I don't know what they're. We should have asked. I'll write that out. Let's ask what if they have any support for fighting or what they can provide.
Have we taken that long rest?
Yeah.
Yes, I will say now you have taken it. Oh, sorry, I
Okay.
will clarify this. Clarify this now. The ship and the crew is more for
Travel.
transport. Travel.
Okay.
They're not
Do not
really fighting.
do not expect heavy hitters. You can see ballistas there, but the ballistas are for defense.
Okay.
In case anything flying
There's
comes.
no airship.
But we
There's no
can
real
count on
airship.
the medic like when we're back on board and like long rest. Well, long rest will take care of anything naman, I guess.
Well, the medic is part of the RP of the long rest.
The long rest. Okay.
Oh.
That makes it the long rest. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, she is part of the conditions of safe haven.
Needing it. Okay, makes sense.
So yeah, the
Okay.
crew is there. You have 14 members. I think you have 14 members of crew with your 6 personnel. So yeah, so you have 20 crew members total. So yeah, let us see what happens as you travel and to get to Deadstone Cleft. Um,
But before Leander leaves, can we ask him to store some spells that we don't have
Oh, that is
in the
smart.
ring?
okay, what spells do you need?
Oh,
We'll discuss over chat so we can think of some spells. Because it's five it's a five levels of spells.
5 levels total.
or 1 level
Either
5.
yeah, no, yeah, 1 level 5 or 5 level 1s or any combination that adds up to 5, right? A 2 and a 3, a 3 and 2 1s, So something that a
Okay,
wizard will
okay. So it'll take Leander. It'll take Leander 1 or 2 attune, and then if there are spells in his spellbook that he hasn't prepared, it'll take him a long rest to learn those, to be able to cast those spells. So I will
or if
say, since you have
I think
that much time to
we have the
ask
time.
him, since you have that much time to ask him, you can look. Leander can cast any wizard spell from level 1 to 5.
Okay.
Ooh.
So the whole wizard spell list is open to you.
There we go.
Ooh.
I suggest we
Let's
get
just get the strongest level 5.
level 5, which would probably be the fireball.
Leander does
fireball's
not.
level 3.
Leander will never suggest fireball. Leander's okay.
No,
Leander will never
because
suggest
you also have to
fireball.
understand, we're in a cave. So we're probably gonna get we'll be in big trouble if it's such a huge or a wide range area.
Yeah, this will be Leander's exact words. You're asking me to cast a fireball for you. Any martial can damage. A true spellcaster controls the battlefield, shapes it, helps you, hinders them. Do not ask me to damage enemies. Psst, I'm not
So
a
which
barbarian.
fireball?
I'm not a fighter.
So which
We'll
fireball is
let's study what level 1 to 5s are, but it would be nice to have some utility that
Yeah,
might
and
be
then Leander, well, in-game terms, li- in-game terms, you throw a fireball. The monster is resistant, half damage. The monster makes its spells makes the deck save half again. You're only doing 1/4 of the damage. And what will that be? 7, 8, 9 damage for a level 5 fireball that you could have spent on using other spells.
That's right, guys. How simple can you get? Just using a level 5 just for a fireball? Come on.
Wait a minute.
But yeah,
Wasn't that you?
But yeah,
Guys,
of course, this is Leander's heavy preference. He does not like damaging spells. Like, he does not like damaging spells. But if you insist, so be it. But yeah, I'm telling you now, you have the whole wizard spell. You have any wizard spell level 1 to 5 to work with.
we also need to prepare our enemies are either the stone giants or undead.
And then
So we have to be mindful of what we're possibly up against to maximize and not miss the chance.
So yeah, yeah. So that'll keep you in. That will be you percolate on that. So yeah, let's see what happens next week. As we head on to Deadstone Cleft.
Let's go.
So yeah, the map is, if ever we get there, the map is gonna be way too big. So don't expect such a detailed map as this one. So we might go. Remember the map in,
That
Grudhog, the Grudhog, the
yeah,
yeah. So yeah, like it's made for giants, and then like, and yeah, you'll see.
okie dokie.
Yeah, because all.
Ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, Thank you very much for being with us today and for watching another episode of a Plus 63 HP D&D podcast campaign number 1 with the Silver Winter Syndicates. Oh, I got that right this time. Now, if this is your first time watching us, please do us a favor, click that bell icon, hit the subscribe button so you would know when new episodes drop. And of course, the bell icon will be there to notify you that, hey, we've uploaded something new. So enjoy the rest of our shows. We also have a second campaign for D&D. We also have shows to review, new movies and series. And sometimes we drop special one-shots, and you'll never know. We'll just try our best to keep you company. But subscribing to our channel will help us give you more content that you would enjoy. All right, now keep us also follow us on our socials. We're available on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And if you just want to keep us in the background, we're available on Apple, Amazon, and Spotify podcasts. And of course, this is being aired live on Twitch. So if you don't know yet, you can see us play live on twitch.tv/plus63HP. The 6 and the 3 are numbers. All right, so let's quickly say our farewells, guys. Start with John.
Good playing. Happy to be back after a quick break, and looking forward to enjoying this live with you guys on Twitch +63HP, twitch.tv /+63HP. See you next week.
Nice. CHUBAX?
Yeah, we're finally back. First session of the year, and I think we're headed to the Death's Gallows. I hope we survive.
I think we should. Isa?
Glad to be back, and I am hoping that you all join us in our journey in this Stone Giant arc. And I hope it goes well. I don't want a TPK. I don't want to know what that feels like.
I don't think any of us would, but definitely all your fans and followers, especially those that watch on Twitch live, would not want to see Frostflower take a hit. All right. And also from our DM Angelo.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Oh, and I added Leander. I forgot his mini, so here's Leander. He's in the corner. So yeah, let's see what happens next week. Since you finally have the airship, you'll finally be getting to your destination sooner. So it will be much easier for you to face giants. Well, you'll be able to face giants quicker. So
Not
let's
easier.
see what happens. Well, easy is up to you and up to the dice. So, but at least you'll get there faster. So it'll significantly cut down on traveling and all that. So you're faster in the action.
Woohoo!
Go.
All right. And with that, we thank you all. And please do watch us again next week on the same channel. We love you and ciao.